Our favorite is Bud Black, manages the ball club. They game against the Giants today. Then they go to Seattle for the weekend, and he says hello. Skip, nice to talk. How are you today, pal? Okay?
I'm doing well, Chris. Good morning.
Always a pleasure. Yeah, you got to like your starting pitching. Marquez, obviously Freeland, nice job there. You seem to have gotten them back on track. Gray can't get Belt out, but other than that, he's pitched well, too. You have good pitching. You're scoring enough runs. You'll be in a mix all year. Let's discuss. Go ahead.
Well, you're right. Starting pitching's been outstanding. First time through the rotation, we only needed 4 guys. They all pitched great. We inserted Chichi Gonzalez in there. He'll be in there for a few more starts, see where we go. But really proud of the 4 guys that we started with: Marquez, Gray, Freeland, and Sensatella. Looks like hopefully they regain their form of 2018.
That's important. Number 2, bullpen. You're going to have to get Davis straightened out. I know right now he's on the IL. Give me a little rundown here. We had that bad game against the Padres. It hasn't killed you too much, but you'd like to get that bullpen organized. Give me some thoughts.
Well, the guys have pitched well, from, Jairo Diaz and Carlos Estevez, who really came on strong last year, Yency Almonte, Tyler Kinley, down the list, Jeff Hoffman threw a scoreless inning, Deal, Pezos. I mean, to a man, they've all pitched great. So we got to continue. There's no doubt about that. We like the arms. We like the stuff. We like what's happening. And obviously, we'll keep an eye on Wade as he progresses through the shoulder woes. But right now, things are clicking in the bullpen. We got to continue. And then soon enough, the bats are going to get hot.
They would think so. Arenado is hitting a little better right now. You like that? Lots of homers. Blackman, you maneuvered after that 1-for-12 start. You got a great shortstop. You should score runs all year, should you not?
I think so, Chris, for sure. We've done it in the past. Again, I think it's good to see Nolan with 3 homer nights in a row. Chuck's been swinging great. Trevor got off to a good start. He'll bounce back, and he'll have a typical year. Obviously we need the bottom of the order to produce, to have a really long lineup, but we think we're capable. We got some guys who I think are poised to have good years.
All right, now, you haven't seen the Dodgers yet. You have seen San Diego. Dodgers had a good series there. You know how important it is here to get off to a good start, which you've done. And obviously, you make sure you're at least in second place. And with the Padres and Dodgers with you, that's going to be tricky. Give me some thoughts on that for a sec. Go ahead.
Well, it's a good division. The Giants are scrappy, and they're they got a group that some veteran players with some youngsters that play hard. The Padres are super talented, as we've talked about. The Diamondbacks, rough start, but they're going to probably turn it around. The Dodgers have great talent. It's going to be tough. It really is. But we think we can play with anybody. We feel that way. We know that, hey, listen, it's going to come down to, obviously pitching, timely hitting, good defense, and we're capable of all 3.
All right, the road trip. We talked right before you went on it when you went to Texas for the exhibition, then, of course, went out to Oakland after that. You handled it, the protocols pretty well. You have a trip this week in Seattle, Bud. Let's go through it. Go ahead.
Well, again, I've been impressed by our organization, how we're handling this. Our medical staff is on top of it as far as, staying on top of the guys. And the guys are really policing themselves. I mean, all of us in uniform, the traveling party, have been really adamant about, the main things: mask wearing, distancing, and keeping keeping cleanliness at the forefront. So, again, we'll continue that. We did it in Texas. We did it in Oakland. Again, we know that we're part of the big picture of the industry. But I think the Rockies have done an outstanding job of following the protocols and guidelines.
All right, 3 things here, a couple of which you have not dealt with yet. First off, the 7-inning doubleheader. I'm for it. You'll probably get into one of these before too long. There's been a lot of them already. I'm all for it here in this shortened year. I would think you would be too, correct?
I'm with you. I think it's a good thing for this year. I don't know about long term, but I think it plays this year. And I know that the next question is probably going to be the runner on second base. And, we haven't been there yet, Chris, but I think I'm for that too. And I'm sort of a traditionalist, but I sort of like how that's played out watching other games. That seems to bring a little bit more excitement and a little bit of anticipation to a tie game.
Oh, I love it, Bud. I think they should keep it. I know people are going to, me, I'm a purist. I go back to the 20s. I like the way the game used to be played, but I'm okay with these shortened games and the extra frames. And I think it gives the road team a little advantage because I think if you score first and get that guy in from second, it puts some pressure on the home team. They got to get a hit to tie the game. So I actually think the extra inning thing with the guy on second kind of helps the visitor. And you've seen that trend so far in the games. The visitor has done pretty well. Thoughts there? Let me hear.
Yeah, you're right. Again, I think it does add a new element, which I think is great. Again, we haven't been exposed to it, but I can see where that potentially could put a little stress on the home team if the other team scores. And vice versa, right? If they don't score, it seems as though it really favors the home team dramatically. So we'll see, but your point's well taken. It puts a little pressure on the home team to score, but I like the rule. I really do.
All right, last thing, 3-batter minimum, but I haven't seen if the Rockies and what you had to deal with there. Everybody made such a big deal about it, and I haven't heard anybody complain in the first 12 games. I was actually for it. I think it puts a little more strategy in the manager's hands. Maybe the starting pitcher can stay in the game a little longer. How have you dealt with that here so far in these first 11 games? Let me hear.
Well, you're right in a lot of ways. With the DH, it changes the thinking of a National League game for sure. And I think in how you utilize each of your pitchers has changed, right? There's some guys that you feel really good about, facing one hitter, whether it's a righty or a lefty against a certain hitter. That is sort of out the window in a lot of ways. You still have that trust maybe with 2 outs in an inning to get a matchup, but if he doesn't get them, who knows about the next guy? He's got to face a couple more guys to get it out of the inning, so it's a little different. So it's a different way you look at your relief pitchers for sure. It just goes to the makeup of your bullpen that all your guys have to be able to get right or left-handed hitters out and get the job done as opposed to one quick spot.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I really am. Moves the game along, a little more strategy, but a pleasure. Keep up the good work. We will talk soon. Thanks so much today. Appreciate it.
Okay, Mad Dog, thanks.